Are we live? Are we live, everybody? Let me check. Where is everyone? That is a good question, Darth Hrongle. Hrongle. Okay. Donovan Martin. Thanos. Can you guys see me? Am I live? Can you guys see me? I can't tell because for some reason I can't even see my own live stream. So, yeah, I am relying on you guys. We are not here. Nerdrotic, how are you doing? I really want to hear about your Italy trip. I can't wait to hear more details about that. Graves is in the chat. Alex McCarthy is in the chat. Khalif Muhammad is in the chat. Darth Hrongle is in the chat. How are you guys doing? Let me see if I can finally see my live stream now so that I can share it on Twitter. Because for some reason there's some weird YouTube thing where you can't even see your own live streams when you go onto your page, and it's just it's a weird time. It's a weird time here on YouTube, everybody. So okay, there we go, found it.
Hey guys, I'm just signing
today for a second. Now it's gone. Where did you go, buddy?
Today I'm going to be talking about PewDiePie. So
that is not it. Okay. What is happening right now? How is everyone doing? How are you guys doing? We have a lot of fun things to talk about today. We're going to be talking about the new Hellboy reviews that dropped on Rotten Tomatoes.
Hey guys, I'm just signing. Today I'm going to be talking about PewDiePie.
Let me see. Let me just grab this real quick and share it on Twitter. On the Twitters. And then we're going to be talking about Star Wars Celebration. So, a lot of fun things to talk about. If you guys can, please smash the like button or the melee button, whichever you want to call it. Let me just share this real quick on Twitter. Let's see. Join my stream or I will never talk to you again. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. All right. We have Cupcake Geek in the chat. Hello. Donovan Martin is in the chat. Nerdrotic is in the chat. It's great to see all of you guys here. Cass. Hello, Cass. First time anyone said my name. Well, there you go. Darth Hrongle. Am I saying that right? Or is there a little roll to the R there? Hrongle. Hrongle. Let's see. If Nerdrotic, if you don't have anything going on, if you want to hop on my stream, you are more than welcome. Just let me know. Jason, hello. Avengers 4 Endgame full team assembles trailer new. Yeah, I saw that, Razvan, and I actually have a reaction for that coming out after my live stream. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Daddy Pants is in the chat. How are you doing? Mike is in the chat. So yeah, we got lots of no R roll. Okay, got it. Did you hear about Captain Marvel whispering, "I have telepathy" in the Endgame official clip? I did not hear about that, but I will look into that. Sounds good, Nerdrotic. Gary. Rumor has it that in Endgame, Captain Marvel dies early on. I highly doubt that's going to happen. I really don't think she's going to die. But I still am hoping and holding on to the theory that she is going to be beaten away by Thanos. I think that story-wise, that would just be the best thing that they could do, because up to this point they've pretty much ramped up Captain Marvel to be kind of the hope of the Avengers and the only one who can defeat Thanos. And so if she's the one that gets beat by Thanos early on in the movie, then that is going to just set the stakes even higher for the rest of the Avengers team. I don't know if they're actually going to do that or not, because that would trigger a lot of people of the SJW type of crowds and stuff. So I don't know if they're going to do that or not. I hope they do. I hope that they just kind of ignore the SJW weirdos, but who knows? Who knows what's going to happen at this point? Let's see. Cass Hermoso, Josiah, have you watched the Endgame clip about Rhodey roasting Carol Danvers? I have, and I think that's great. I love that. I love it. I think I did a reaction to it on my channel. It's all kind of a blur right now, so I can't remember if I did or not, but I'm pretty sure that I did. So yeah. Let's see. SC reviews cover that The Whisper. Okay, I'll have to check his video. I'll check his video and look into it. I didn't really hear anything about that. Man, if she had telepathy, then she pretty much should just be allowed to do anything, because I mean, even though let's see, Samuel L. Jackson confirmed that she doesn't time travel, but at the same time, she pretty much is already the most powerful thing we've ever seen in the MCU. So they might as well just give her telepathy at this point. And Brandon B, hello, welcome to the stream. Rhodey is the man. I hate the line of Carol. Yeah, it's she just bugs me so much. Like, her cocky attitude just gets under my skin so much. So yeah, I really hope that something will happen that will put her in her place a little bit. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. That's the theory that I'm holding on to. But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't really want to go into the movie with expectations, if that makes sense, because I don't want to set myself up for disappointment. But you know, that's what I'm hoping will happen. But as the Avengers cast have said, this is the most unpredictable Marvel Cinematic Universe film that we've ever seen. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that, because I don't really think that any of us have a clear idea of what's actually going to happen in the movie, even though you know, a lot of people are having theories. Nobody necessarily knows what is actually going to happen. Graves says, what is actually said is that almost every actor in the MCU are woke and some are AF. Yeah, it's true. It's crazy. There's very few of them that aren't woke. And you know, that really isn't much different than most people in Hollywood. Most of the people in Hollywood are part of the woke crowd. But the thing is that they are now letting that seep into our entertainment, and they're trying to put their propaganda into our entertainment, and that's the line that I draw. I don't care what their personal opinions are on things. I really don't. But when they start to make it sound like their personal opinions are the only way, it's their way or the highway, and they start to put that more and more into our movies and into our video games and in the marketing of these movies and video games, and that is the focus. That is where I have an issue with it. Let's see. Cupcake Geek says, how are you going to avoid Endgame spoilers? Any tips? Well, I will be seeing it opening night, so I won't have to worry about spoilers. As far as the rest of you, if you aren't going to be seeing it opening night, I would highly recommend going dark on the internet until you do see it, because this movie is going to be so it's going to have big spoilers in this movie, huge spoilers, and you really don't want to just be spoiled by this movie. So I would just recommend just completely just staying off of social media, staying offline until you end up seeing it, which hopefully most of us will be seeing it opening weekend. So yeah. Black Angus is in the chat. Just joined. What's the deal with Hellboy? Well, we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. Going dark, bigot much, Joe? I'm using it in a positive way. So, no, I'm not a bigot. And I'm drinking coffee, and I'm drinking black coffee, so there you go. I'm not a racist coffee drinker. If any of you remember, do you remember the Julian Smith video? This is totally off subject, but he did a video where he was drinking coffee, and he had like cream and stuff in it, so it was like a whiter complexion and stuff. And he was like, don't drink that racist coffee. Yeah, I remember that. But black coffee is the most delicious coffee you can have, if it's good coffee. Let's see. Lock yourself in a room. Pretty much, yeah. Seeing it opening night 2 here in Manila, April 24th. Yeah, nice. Yeah. How many of you are going to be seeing it opening weekend? I'm really curious about that. Are you going to be seeing it, or are you going to be holding off. I'm really curious about that. Which one of you are going to be seeing opening weekend? Alex McCarthy says, not me. I have to wait till Endgame comes on Blu-ray. Dang, spinal stenosis. Dude, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. That really sucks. Man. I had no idea. I didn't know that you had that, but I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I hope that you're able to avoid spoilers. I have this thing where I'm actually pretty lucky when it comes to avoiding spoilers on things. I have this way where, I don't know, whenever I see anything about a movie that I'm trying to avoid spoilers on, if I see anything to do with it, I just immediately just walk away from it and don't even take a look at what they're talking about. So man, I'm sorry to hear that, Alex, but I hope that you are able to avoid the spoilers if that's what you want to do and stuff. Brandon B gave a $3 super chat. Thank you so much, Brandon. I appreciate that. Any new news on the upcoming Tolkien film? I don't think there has been any new news recently on that, but I'm definitely keeping my eye open on that, and I will keep you updated if there are any news on that, because so excited for that film. Oh man, that is probably my most anticipated film of May, and I just can't wait for that movie. Let's see. Daddy Pants says, I like my coffee like I like my women. Hot, black, and bitter. Nice. Let's see. Okay, it looks like most of you are going to be seeing opening weekend, which is awesome. Oh, you're sending your wife to see it for you? That's good. That's awesome. I hope that she's able to give you a really good scoop on the film, so I'm excited for that. Black Angus reviews. I'll be seeing Endgame opening Thursday, 5 p.m. EST. Expect a live review, spoiler talk at 9 p.m. 25th. You're invited when you get home, Joe. Boost your own stream. Yes, I will. I definitely want to be a part of that live stream. I can't wait to talk about this movie with you guys. So yeah, we should definitely do that. That'd be a lot of fun. So have they done a reveal for Fallen Order yet? I don't believe they have. I haven't seen any rumblings about it on the internet, so I don't think they have yet. Spartan Jeremy is in the chat. Hello. Let's go ahead and let's see. Look at the spoiler you want to. Spoiler for oh my gosh, yes, Game of Thrones is coming out very soon, this Sunday as well, and I can't wait. Oh man, I can't wait for it. I'm just so excited. I'm actually this is a great month. April is a great month. I mean, how you have Game of Thrones season 8, which is the finale of Game of Thrones, coming out, and you have Avengers Endgame coming out, which is the finale of the first 3 phases of the MCU, and it's a very exciting time. So I'm super excited. Let's go ahead and talk about Hellboy. Let me see if I can pull this up here for you guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. And then let's do this. Okay. So we got Hellboy. Hey, it jumped up 1% since the last time I saw it. Nice. Oh man. So Hellboy is currently sitting at a 13%. And why is nothing loading? Okay, there we go. Bereft of the imaginative flair that made earlier Hellboy so enjoyable, this soulless reboot suggests Dante may have left a 10th circle out of his inferno. Interesting. They're really coming out with these critics' consensuses so much earlier now. It's really weird. It used to be where they'd wait until like quite a while before they came out with one, but now it's like these are coming out really soon. So let me just preface this by saying that I posted this on Twitter earlier, and I was like, yikes, because I saw that the score was like 12%. And then some people were coming after me that are like, how can you still trust critics after everything that happened with Captain Marvel and things like that? And it's like, well, I mean, I'd never, like, I guess I'm curious what you mean by trusting critics. I don't trust the critics or rely on the critics for how I'm going to feel about the movie. I'm still going to see Hellboy this weekend, and I'm still excited to see it. this isn't going to change my opinion on what I think about the movie when I see it. Basically, the thing is that I like to see what people think about different movies as they're starting to come out and stuff. I was curious to see what the critics were going to say about Hellboy, because, you know, while it's not a gauge for how I'm going to feel about it, it is a gauge for how general people are going to feel about different movies. So that's why I was interested to see what the score was going to be for Hellboy, and I am going to do the same with the audience score. I'm excited to see what the audience are going to say about this movie as well, the general audience. So, you know, this is just it's not how I rely on my opinions on a movie at all. Like, there's tons of movies that Rotten Tomatoes says are rotten or fresh or whatever that I have a very complete opposite opinion on and stuff. But it's always just fun for me to kind of get a gauge on what the critics are saying about a movie that's going to be coming out. Same with the audience. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think about it. You know, the other thing is that you can't just look at this as the face value of what the critics are thinking. It's always good to kind of get a context of what they're thinking, which is why we look at what the critics are actually saying. And oh man, rip Hellboy. This is really, really interesting. So I'm going to be getting to this in just a second here. Let me go ahead and jump back to you guys real quick and just check up on you guys and make sure that everything is going good with you real quick before we dive into these reviews here. Let's see. Benny is in the chat. Hello. Jaskinia is in the chat. Hello from Poland. Hello. Welcome to the stream, and I hope I did not butcher your name. I apologize if I did. Let's see. No spoiler review of Hellboy. Yes, I will definitely be coming out with a no spoiler review for Hellboy when the film drops. Don't worry about that. And we will be doing a live stream about it this Sunday, talking about the movie as well. So if you do get a chance to check it out over the weekend, then make sure you come back here on Sunday for the live stream, because Hellboy is one of the things we will be talking about on the live stream this Sunday, and I'm excited about that to kind of get what you guys think about the movie as well. Let's see. If you guys can, please smash the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. What are you guys? 30 of you have not hit the like button. Yeah, if you could hit it, that would be fantastic. Thank you. Critics don't Hellboy. I feel like it might be an indication that it's not woke. I mean, it's possible, but you know, it's really hard to say. That's why I'm excited to jump into what the critics are actually saying, because when we jump into what they're saying, we will be able to get a better idea of what the context is and all of that. So let's go ahead and just do that now. Did you see the pic of the black hole? I did, and I thought that was really cool. Really cool to see. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the reviews. Let's see what these people are saying. A decade on this largely routine reboot from British director Neil Marshall is no compensation for whatever we missed out on back then. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you say, dude. Comparing it to Del Toro's 2004 original and 2008 sequel is like making an analogy between a Broadway production and a high school stage show. Wow. Nice. So I'm a huge fan of Del Toro's Hellboy movies. I think that they are so good. And they're some of my favorite of the comic book movies that have been made, actually. So at first I wasn't excited at all about this reboot, because I was like, all I wanted was a third Hellboy movie from Del Toro and Ron Perlman. Sadly, that isn't going to happen, which is seriously insanely depressing. Yeah. So it's comments like these that I'm looking for, you know, what people are saying about this film compared to what Del Toro did and all of that stuff, because Del Toro set a pretty high bar with his Hellboy movies. Once that sort of novelty wears off, what Hellboy isn't consistently is much fun, which is really sad to hear, because I thought that this movie would be kind of, you know, kind of along the lines of Deadpool with its level of fun and all of that stuff and kind of lighthearted humor type of stuff, but it doesn't really sound like it's going to be that way. There's a lot of people that are saying the movie is not that fun. At 2 hours, Hellboy feels closer to 3, yet there still seems to be something missing. So, you know, it's comments like these that are the ones that we got to watch out for, that people are saying the film really is not that much of a good time. Let's see. The end is coming. Hellboy's dying friend says near the beginning, and I was already thinking, oh yes, please. Nice. I'm really excited for Jeremy John's review on the film as well. He should be dropping that sometime today, probably. So that'll be interesting to see when he drops that, what he says about it as well. Jeremy Johns, to me, is one of the only really reliable reviewers and movie critics out there. So I pretty much always rely on him, not rely on, but like look towards what he has to say more than most of these other critics, because a lot of these critics are from places like, you know, New York Times, San Francisco Chronicle, and they're all just a bunch of nutheads for the most part. So yeah, I guess that's kind of, this stifled Hellboy isn't even the worst part of the movie. The bloated plot is, or it could be the distractingly bad CGI. No, actually, I think the worst part of Hellboy is the nonstop exposition. Interesting. So that's kind of the general thoughts that people have about Hellboy. So yeah, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about what the people are saying about Hellboy? Oh man. Black Angus review says, did you like Shape of Water? Great date night film. The ladies get, how do I say, wet. yes, they get very wet for sure. Yeah, the black hole images were really cool to see. I'm so fascinated by outer space and all of the insanity of what happens out there. So it's always really cool to see things like that. I'm fascinated by planets that are, you know, super far away, that, you know, we will never be able to get to anytime soon, but are, you know, just really cool to think about the idea of all these other planets out there, and some that are actually habitable, I should say. And it's cool. It's really cool. Let's see. Del Toro did a great job, made it a child-friendly movie, and the sequel to This Hellboy was meant for adults. To compare the two is foolhardy, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, you can't really compare the two as far as like their tone and stuff, but at the same time, you know, Del Toro did set a pretty high bar for the quality of what these movies should be. And, you know, obviously the quality for Hellboy, the new Hellboy, isn't nearly as great as the original Hellboy films. So yeah, I'm gonna skip it based on what SC reviews and everyone else has said. I'll catch it on Netflix. Yeah, and let me just say this, that I'm going to be seeing it this weekend, and I'm still going to be honest with you guys about what I think about the movie. If I end up enjoying it, I will let you know, but I will also let you know if there are concerning things about the movie. So yeah, I'm interested to see it. I really am. I'm excited to see what I think about the movie, because up to this point, I actually have really enjoyed the trailers for the movie. I thought that the trailers were pretty enjoyable, and you know, the thing that I really liked about the trailers a lot was all the different creatures and monsters that they had in the trailers. I love all of that stuff. I love different monsters and creatures within films, and I feel like we don't really get too much of that anymore, and not anything that's like super creative, at least, or, you know, classic legendary type of monsters. and I feel like there was a lot of that in this movie. There's a lot of different nods to mythology and all of that stuff, and I just love all of that type of stuff. But you know, obviously that's not going to end up saving a film if the film is still pretty bad. So yeah. Let's see. Can't wait for Del Toro's work for upcoming DreamWorks animated movies. So excited for that. Yeah, I love Del Toro, and I honestly, he's one of my favorite directors working today, and I'm always excited when he has a new film coming out. I don't know how I feel about his scary, what's it called? Scary Stories something. Oh, what's it called? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Scary. I think it's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, right? Yeah, it's this. Okay. So I'm interested to see, because I believe that he was a producer on this. Let me see. I think he was a producer on this. I actually can't really see if he was or not. It says the director, but I already know who the director is. Yeah, Guillermo del Toro helped produce this, and I know he was really excited about Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. This was another one of his kind of passion projects that he wanted to get off the ground. So I'm excited to see where he takes that and stuff. Anything with Del Toro's fingers on it makes me really excited. If you guys really want a really good show to watch, check out Troll Hunters on Netflix. One of the best shows on Netflix. It is seriously fantastic. Super entertaining. The whole family could watch it, but it has such a great story, really great writing, and the character development is just fantastic for the characters. So if you want a really good show to watch, check out Troll Hunters. It is fantastic. It is on Netflix. Let's see. Orange Hat Review says, I am able to differentiate many like-minded stories and reboots too. When I see it, I will give my review, and not based on comparison, but through its own merit. Yeah, I think that is a good thing to do. Let's see. Love movie monsters that are creative, respect the art. Yeah, I'm always super excited when I see new kinds of monsters in movies and stuff, which I feel like we don't really get too much anymore. Maybe it's just because most of them are just so generic and boring nowadays, but I feel like it's been a while since we've had anything super creative with movie monsters. Darth Gavel, I'm here, brother. What did I miss? Thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate that. We talked about the Hellboy early reviews and stuff. And so that's pretty much all that we've talked about up to this point. But you know, talked about like the negative reviews, I guess, and what people are kind of generally saying about the film. It sounds like that the film is pretty bloated and draggy and things like that and all that. So that's kind of, and a lot of people are saying it's not very fun. But you know, obviously it's kind of, you know, it's always good to watch a movie yourself and form your own opinion on it, but that's kind of what the critics are saying about the movie. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, Del Toro actually, I think, is one of the best monster creators out there. I think he creates some of the most creative monsters in the past couple decades or whatever, and I think he's done a very good job with that. So, you know, that's just kind of a side note. Another one of Del Toro's many strengths, like the monsters in Hellboy, Golden Army, Pan's Labyrinth. All of those kinds of monsters and creatures were so well done. All right, so let's see. I guess that can kind of wrap up Hellboy for now. Let's go ahead and talk about Star Wars Celebration. So, who in the chat is going to be at Star Wars Celebration? Let me know. Let me know, because I I might be there tomorrow a little bit at Star Wars Celebration, and if I am, then you guys should definitely try to find me and talk to me. If I'm not going to be at Star Wars Celebration, then I will for sure be at the fan meetup and stuff taking place afterwards at the, what is that called? Patty Mac's, which is like a pub, I believe, in Chicago. So I will for sure be there, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited for that. If I could be there, I wouldn't be in the chat. Good point. Benny's bandwidth. I love Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, Pan's Labyrinth is a fantastic movie. Probably in like my top 25, 30 films of all time. Such a great film. It's perfection. Let's see. I will not be live streaming probably while I'm there unless I get bored and I'm looking for something to do. I do need to make a couple of videos for you guys for tomorrow while I'm in Star Wars Celebration. But yeah, you and Odin need to pray for Jeremy, Jesse, and Anna. They already need it. Yeah, I'm excited to meet Odin and Jesse and Anna and Gary and all of those people for the first time in person. I think that's going to be really fun. I've already met Jeremy. He's nothing exciting anymore, but I am excited to meet the others. So I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, it's always really weird when you see someone on video so much, but then when you actually meet them in real life, it's really weird. It's a weird experience every time. One thing I'd note is that the signal in Celebration is horrible. You won't be able to live stream with any quality. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be live streaming. I'm definitely going to be bringing my camera, and I'm going to hopefully... I'm going to be filming as much as I can of Star Wars Celebration while I'm down there, and then I'm going to be making kind of a vlog thing of it for you guys. That's probably going to be for the Geeks and Gamers channel, but I'll definitely keep you updated on that. Orange Hat Review says, I live in the most oppressed state in the U.S., New York, so I can't make it, but have fun and say hi to everyone for me. I'm really sad that you're not able to make it, but I definitely will say hi to everyone for you, and I will pass on your words to the rest of the crew. So, yeah, I'm sorry that you won't be able to make it. You're part of the 501st? That's really cool. That's actually really, really awesome. I always see them whenever I go to the different Comic-Cons and stuff, and you know, they're always really cool dudes. So you know, you might have seen me before. Have you been to, like, let's see. I've been to like Grand Rapids Comic-Con, Wizard World in Chicago, Motor City Comic-Con, what's the one in Indiana? In Indianapolis, I can't remember which one that one's called, but I've been there too. So I've seen the 501st at all of those different Comic-Cons. So I might have run into you and you haven't even been aware of it, Darth Rongle. So yeah, I actually kind of miss going to Comic-Cons. It's been a while since I've been to one. I used to go to tons of them because when I was doing videos for Geeks and Gamers a couple years ago, I used to go to tons of Comic-Cons and just film different footage and get interviews and things like that for the channel. So I went to, I've probably been to 6 different Comic-Cons, I think. So yeah. Oh, you were a stormtrooper in Grand Rapids. That is really cool. We've probably passed each other a couple times then, which is really funny. The 501st do some of the best humanitarian and charity work. So Darth Rongle, you just got a subscriber. That's true. The 501st are great people, and it's always really cool to see them at the different Comic-Cons. So thank you for all you do with that, Darth Rongle. That's much appreciated. Going to D23 every 2 years. Post some pics of me meeting some celebs there on my Twitter. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So I think, let's see. Like I said, if you're going to be at Star Wars Celebration, definitely try to find me. I will be there tomorrow, and I will also be at the meetup at Patty Mac's, I believe it's called. So make sure that you say hi to me if you are going to be there. I am a very approachable person, and I love to just to meet new people. It would be great to meet some of you guys in person, so I hope that you guys will be there. I'm really excited for that, and really excited to meet some of you guys. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm leaving tomorrow, probably around noon or so, my guess is, and then I'm going to be down there. Jeremy and I are going to be doing a little bit of work for the Geeks and Gamers channel, and then shortly after that, we'll probably be going to the to Star Wars Celebration, and then to the meetup. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And then Saturday, I will be back here. I'll be back home. I am going to be staying overnight in Chicago, and then I'll be heading back here Saturday, going to see Hellboy on Saturday, and then I'm probably going to be doing my review for it on Saturday for you guys. So, and then Sunday we'll be doing our live stream where we'll be talking about Hellboy, and then some other things like that as well. So, Josiah, make sure you post tons of pics. I will definitely do that, and like I said, I'm going to be bringing my vlogging camera, and I'm going to be vlogging as much of my experience while I'm there as well. And that video will either be on my channel or the Geeks and Gamers channel. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I probably will show that to you guys on my live stream as well. So yeah. Yeah, I'm sure eventually we will have a Geeks and Gamers booth at some of these conventions. You know, it just kind of depends, because not all the conventions want Geeks and Gamers to be there, so it just kind of depends on the convention, probably. So yeah. Trevor says, yes, Josiah, I just stopped by to make sure you had a sword in the background for the stream. Epic, bro, keep it up. And guys, I have, okay, I don't know if I want to tell you guys this, but I have a really exciting surprise coming. Some of the money that I've gotten over this past month from you guys, because of all of your amazing support, I went and invested it into something really cool that I'm going to be putting in my background. Do you guys want me to tell you what it is, or do you want me to keep it a surprise? Let me know, because it's probably going to be here in like a week and a half or so. So let me know if you want me to tell you what the surprise is, because it's going to be really cool. I'm super excited for it. Okay, so you guys want me to tell you. Okay. I went and bought a Sting replica. So I went and bought a sword for it. I went and bought the Sting sword, and that is going to be a really cool thing to put in my background. It's like the actual length of it, like it is in the movie. So it's, you know, it's pretty short. It's probably like that big, which will just be perfect to have in my background, and it'll look really cool back there. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it, but it's going to be probably one of the more prevalent things that I'm going to have in my background. So I want to make sure that I put it somewhere where, you know, you guys will be able to see it every time. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. You know, it's only because of you guys and your amazing support towards me over the past couple of months. It's just been incredible, and you know, I'm super excited for that. And you know, as my channel continues to develop from you guys and all of your support and all of that stuff, eventually I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to start giving back to you guys in different ways, and I'm super excited for that. I don't know how I'm going to do that. If I'm going to somehow, I might make some sort of Patreon thing or something. I don't know exactly how, but eventually I want to get to the point where I can start giving back to you guys as well, because I tremendously just appreciate all of your support. And so yeah, I want to continue. I want to show you guys my appreciation in any way I can, and you know, because I do appreciate you guys a lot. So thank you. It sounds a lot cooler than my $20 samurai sword I bought from a hippie store. I know exactly what kind of swords you're talking about. I see those a lot. We have quite a few hippie stores around here in Michigan, so I know exactly what kind of swords you're talking about. Darth Frongel says, have you been to a Renaissance fair in South Texas? I have not. I have been to Renaissance fairs before, and they're some of my favorite things I've ever attended, but I haven't been to one in South Texas. I really do miss Texas a lot. I haven't been to Texas in a few years, but I've been to Texas a couple times, and I really enjoyed my experience there. San Antonio is a really beautiful city, and it has some of the best Mexican food I've ever had in my life. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so good. I really want to take another trip down there again and just experience more of Texas. I hope to travel more and more, you know, as I continue to have the opportunities and stuff. So yeah. Congratulations, Josiah. You're an awesome guy and deserve to have nice things. Well, yeah, I want to get these kind of things to put in the background so that it gives you guys something cool to look at as well. There's a lot of cool ideas that I have for my background, and I'm just going to continue to develop that as it goes along. Yeah, I hear Austin is pretty crazy with the SJWs actually, so yeah, that's kind of crazy. I haven't been to Austin. I passed through Austin once, but that's pretty much the closest I ever was in Austin. I went to Chicago last year. Their deep dish pizza is the best. Oh my gosh, it is so good. And I'm definitely going to be getting me some Chicago pizza while I'm in Chicago tomorrow because you just can't beat it. You just can't beat it. I joined in fear of never getting to talk to you. Well, thank you. Thank you, General Katarn. Thank you for being here. And you know, like I said, I'm going to be at the Star Wars Celebration fan meetup thing at Patty Mac's tomorrow night. So if any of you guys are going to be there, feel free to come up and talk to me. I would love to meet you guys and talk to you guys in person. That would be really, really awesome. And you know, never mind. I was gonna make a joke, but I've already told you guys how tall I am, so that joke would not work out. So, let's see. Really, that's pretty crazy, Maverick. I didn't hear about that, but that's crazy. Alex McCarthy says I use my hippie store samurai sword to ward off burglars. Yeah, I have tons of swords. I have like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 swords right now or something. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know where Star Wars Celebration is going to be taking place next year, but that will be really cool. So, great Mexican food here in Chicago. Try some when you come. Yeah, if you want to recommend me some spots, I always love trying new food. So, let me know what are some good spots to hit up while I'm in Chicago, because I definitely want to do that. I love pizza, burgers, and Mexican food. And, well, I also love Italian food. And yeah, so if you have any like really, really good spots that I should check out, definitely let me know. Donovan Martin says, thinking about swords and guns to protect myself. Yeah, I have a little bit of both. So I have plenty of weapons around. My bedroom alone has like so many freaking weapons in it. Holy cow. But yeah, can't go wrong with tacos. That is true. Not to get on topic, but could anything have salvaged Hellboy? Is it even worth a watch? I will, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to be seeing it Saturday, and I'm going to be doing a review for it on Saturday, so you guys can check out that if you want to. But yeah, I honestly, I don't know much about the film at this point. I don't know what could have salvaged it. I think one of the big things I could have done to salvage it is have Guillermo del Toro direct a third one with Ron Perlman. That would have been nice. But yeah. Donovan says, I'm thinking about seeing Missing Link. Go for it. I don't know if I'm going to see it. It really doesn't have much of an appeal to me. None of the trailers have really made me excited for the movie at all. And you know, I've liked some of Laika's other films, like Kubo and the Two Strings is a fantastic movie. But I don't know, I'm just not super excited about Missing Link for some reason. Not entirely sure why that is, but it just really hasn't stood out to me at all. So yeah. Let me see here. Let me see. Josiah is 3'2" and abuses CGI. Daddy Pants, you weren't supposed to tell anybody how tall I was. How tall I am. Shh. I can't believe you just ruined that. Man, I can't believe you just told everybody, Daddy Pants. I wanted to keep my height a secret, and then you just go and spill the beans. Shame, shame. I didn't even know that there was a Hellboy remake. SC Reviews pretty much warns everyone not to go. Yeah, I mean, I'm always a fan of letting people go, make their own opinions, and if they want to go see a movie, or no, that's totally up to them. I just give my honest opinions on movies and let people kind of judge what they want to do from there. So yeah. Alex McCarthy says, my wife has all the guns. She's like Deadshot with her aim. I'm like Blind Al from Deadpool with my aim, so swords it is for me. Oh, that's perfect. That is that's great. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like the best shot when it comes to shooting and stuff. I've been pretty good with some when I've gone hunting and stuff. But yeah, I definitely need to practice again. It's been a long time since I've done any shooting with any guns. So yeah, probably something that I should probably refresh myself on. Truth Apocalypse says, not in Chicago per se, but a mom and pop pizza place in Downers Grove is amazing. Also, the football burrito is in the same area is amazing, but bring your appetite. They call it a football burrito for a reason. Interesting. That sounds really good. If you want to let me know the name of that place, definitely let me know, because I'm always down to try new foods, and I love going to try new restaurants and stuff. It's one of my favorite things to do. So yeah. 2 weeks today, baby. You pumped or what? Dude, I am insanely hyped. Holy crap, I can't wait. Oh man, I can't believe it's almost here. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. Star Wars trailer tomorrow. Really, Wellington. That is exciting. I'm really excited for that. I hope it drops before I take off for Chicago so that I can react to it. But I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. Hopefully it doesn't drop while I'm driving to Chicago, because otherwise I'm going to have to find a rest stop to stop to watch it. So yeah, very exciting. I'm excited to see what it's going to show. Darth Gavel, thank you for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much. Have you looked into DLive? Pewds has thrown everything behind DLive because it's a Twitch-like platform that does not take money from the content creators. Subscribe to PewDiePie. That's right. Subscribe to PewDiePie if you haven't yet. Yeah, I did look into that. I'm actually really interested in DLive, and it's kind of inspired me to eventually get to the point where maybe I'll start doing some live streams on DLive. Probably gaming related content. I'm not entirely sure, but I kind of want to create an environment where I can kind of play games and hang out with you guys, but we can still like talk about movies or comic books or video games, TV, any of that type of stuff. Because I love talking about that type of stuff, and I will talk about that stuff literally all day long. So I'm really interested in DLive. I did create a channel on there, so if you guys want to subscribe to me on there, you can. But yeah, that's definitely something that I'm going to look forward to implementing in the future. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Let's see. Watching clips from How to Train Your Dragon 1 through 3, best series ever. How to Train Your Dragon is fantastic. Such a great trilogy. That is some of the best CGI I've ever seen. Why the hell are you not working at Weta or Industrial? Yeah, no, I've learned a little bit. Richard Taylor and his team at Weta have really taught me well how to do some CGI and stuff. Back when I was like 7 years old, I was working at Weta on some of the CGI for the Lord of the Rings trilogy and stuff. So that's kind of where I started getting some really good practice for CGI. And it was a lot of fun. Working on that. I created all the Momokill in Return of the King and stuff, and during the final Pelennor Fields sequence. So yeah, I learned a little bit here or there. So pretty cool. Richie Rich from Wedded Workshop. He and I are bros. So yeah, we keep it real. Maverick says, yes, what about DLive? I will definitely looking more into DLive and implementing that in the future. I'm super excited for that. Thank you, Max Sterling. I will definitely check into that restaurant. I'm excited to check that out. Let's see. Donovan says, I'm like Deadshot, mentally never miss a shot. Nice. Hey, thank you for the $5 super chat, David McCarthy. I super appreciate that. $5 to buy yourself a slice of deep dish in Chi-Town. Thank you for that. I will definitely spend that on some delicious deep dish from Chicago. So thank you so much for that. I really I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm super excited. And I'll probably, if I get a chance, I will definitely include that in my vlog as well. So yeah, if I do try any cool restaurants while I'm down there. Let's see. Hey, Tremaine Terrence is in the chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the stream. Let's see. DLive is a social media platform that doesn't take away from the content creators. Yes, that is one of the things that I really appreciate about DLive, and I think they have a really cool system in place for that, so I'm super excited to look more into that for sure. Probably Lando gunning down the First Order in a wheelchair, which is an improvement at least from The Last Jedi. Very good point. I believe Lando is confirmed to be in the third part, right? Honestly, I really don't know too much, but I believe he's going to be in the third part, so that'll be cool. I probably won't do DLive instead of YouTube, because at least from what I saw, DLive is very focused on video games. Although, you know, I don't know. I guess I could try doing live streams on DLive that are just normal movie talk live streams or whatever. If that's something that you guys would be interested in, I would definitely look into that. Terrence, I have been really great. How are you doing? And I'm super excited to be in Chicago tomorrow. That's one of the things I'm super excited about. That's really on my mind a lot right now. So yeah, very excited to be down there tomorrow. That'll be fun. Your VOD or past broadcasts only last 7 days if you're not partnered, and 24 days if you're partnered. Keep that in mind. Interesting, good information there, Nessie. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look more into DLive, but it's definitely something that I'm interested in and checking out more. And you know, it's endorsed by PewDiePie, so that kind of immediately got me kind of interested to see what it was all about. But yeah, I really think that DLive has a lot of really good things going for them, and you know, we need more platforms coming out that are going to be kind of alternative platforms to things like YouTube and Twitch and things like that, because you know, YouTube and Twitch are only going to get more and more restrictive on the content that they allow on their platforms and stuff, and we need alternative platforms that will allow you just be yourself and stuff, and you know, not having to worry about the big companies breathing down the back of your neck and stuff. So yeah. Donovan says, I'm going to college to study animation, hope to intern at Disney, DreamWorks, and Weta and more. That is really awesome, and I wish you all the best in that, Donovan. I love all that type of stuff, so I hope that it goes well for you, for sure. Yeah, I have some of my own ideas for some animated projects that I might try to get going someday and stuff. I have a lot of really great ideas. You know, I have a background in filmmaking and all of that, and screenwriting, so you know, eventually I want to get to the point where I can start getting some of my own ideas off the ground. So yeah, that'll definitely be something that I want to do in the future. Yeah, the visual effects for the Lord of the Rings trilogy is still really well done. Like, Gollum still looks incredible. The cave troll in Fellowship of the Ring still looks fantastic. You know, all of the visual effects in Lord of the Rings, I think, still look pretty great in comparison to even some of the visual effects that are coming out today. And I don't know. The thing is that I kind of like the more simplified visual effects of like the early to mid 2000s more than a lot of the visual effects that are coming out nowadays, because I feel like a lot of the visual effects that come out nowadays are just almost like too fancy in a way, and then it just kind of makes it look even less real. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know, I don't know. That's just me, I guess. Are you excited about Jedi Fallen Order? I'm excited to see what they're going to announce for it, and you know, the fact that Respawn is making it definitely gets me more excited for it. I really hope it's really good, because I really want a really good Star Wars game, so I hope that it's really well done. I thought that the like teaser image that they released was really cool, very, very cool. So I'm excited to see what they're going to announce for that. Oh, D-Live does have singers and artists as well. Interesting. Well, I might look into kind of putting some more of my content and doing some more live streams on there then. Like I said, you guys can find me on D-Live if you want to subscribe to me there. And yeah, you know, as we continue to grow that and stuff, then I'll probably start to shift more and more to doing more D-Live stuff. So yeah. Let's see. Daddy Pants says, after you end this live stream, you should save it so everyone can share their D-Live accounts and create a base, bro. That would be really cool, and I think that's a great idea. I always keep my live streams unlisted, so I'll post a link to it probably in the community tab for you guys. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I could just post in the comments too. Well. Yeah, I'll probably post a link to it in the community tab, and then you guys can post in the comments or whatever, or maybe even just on the community tab there if you guys want. That's totally fine. Let's see. Gollum still holds up really well. He really does. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think some of the best visual effects that we've gotten in recent years is probably the Planet of the Apes trilogy, especially Dawn and War. Fantastic CGI in that stuff. Some of the best, I think that's some of the best mocap of all time. It is incredible. Truly just blows my mind every time I see those movies. Yeah, Lord of the Rings CGI really holds up in 2019. Weta, it certainly does good. And yeah, I mean, I just watched Return of the King a couple of years ago on a theater screen, and as I was watching this stuff, I was like, man, this CGI just still looks so good, and even better than some of the CGI that comes out nowadays, which is just insane. The amount of love and care that they put into that trilogy is something that I don't think will ever be truly replicated again. Seriously, the people that worked on those movies just put so much care and effort into creating something truly special, and we just don't really get that much nowadays, you know? So yeah. I would say that the other trilogy that really did the same thing would be the original Star Wars trilogy. It's kind of the same thing, you know? It's like those trilogies are where it's like a small group of people who want to create something big, and so they just put a lot of passion and time and energy and work into creating something that will be truly, truly special, that will live on throughout the ages, and we just don't get that very much nowadays, unfortunately. It's all just so commercialized nowadays and just kind of watered down, and it's just kind of sad. Let's see. Nessie says, how mad and shocked would you be if Star Wars Celebration bans and kicks you and the rest of Geeks and Gamers crew out of Star Wars Celebration? Would you totally lose it? I'm not really the type to totally lose it. I'm not really the type to just become totally unhinged, especially over things like that. I mean, I'd probably be irritated by it, and I would definitely probably create a video on it and monetize it, but man, I'm sure Jeremy would definitely do the same thing. But I'm not the type to like throw a mantrum or anything over things like that. So yeah. And yes, I do call tantrums thrown by grown men mantrums. So yeah. Orange Hat Review says, it is no lie that Andy Serkis will always be the most legendary mocap actor. Absolutely. And he deserves a best actor Oscar for his performances over the years. He's done so many great films, and his performances are just so good. Andy Serkis is one of those actors that throws every ounce of himself into the performance and into the role. And he does a fantastic job. He really does deserve, if not a best actor Oscar, at least an honorary Oscar. You know, he totally deserves it. Let's see. Yeah, Andy Serkis does deserve a star on the Walk of Fame. Absolutely. I totally agree with that, Donovan. Alex McCarthy, what are you doing? He says, I still have yet to buy the extended versions of Lord of the Rings. Are you serious? Please tell me you've at least seen the extended versions of Lord of the Rings. Because if you have not, then you need to make that happen. Because those oh man, you're missing out on a lot if you haven't seen the extended versions. I hope you have. And I feel like you've talked to me about it before. I'm pretty sure you've said that you have seen the extended editions. But yeah. Let's see. Beware of men in dresses attacking you from behind. I hear that happens at cons. That would be a little bit terrifying. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hey, Mark Taylor. Welcome. Yeah, Return of the King is 4 hours, and honestly, I wish it was even longer, to be completely honest. I could live forever in the world of Middle Earth, so yeah. David McCarthy asks, were you more disappointed with The Last Jedi or Captain Marvel? That's a really good question, because, you know, before The Last Jedi came out, most people were pretty excited about it, you know? So, you know, going in to see that and then realizing that it wasn't really that great, I guess that would probably be more of a disappointment, while Captain Marvel, we kind of had it. We had a pretty fair gauge of what it was going to be before we went in and watched it. Overall, as a Marvel fan, I am more disappointed by what they've done with Captain Marvel for sure. So, yeah. I guess as far as expectations go, The Last Jedi was definitely more of a disappointment, but overall, Captain Marvel is probably my biggest disappointment for sure. Let's see. Donovan says next month planning on buying and watching every Lord of the Rings and Hobbit extended cuts. That sounds really awesome. I would definitely love to do that sometime as well. I would love to do a marathon with all 6 of the films. I don't know if I'm ever going to have time to do that, but that is something that I would love to do. Oh boy. Alex, what are you doing, man? What are you doing with your life? How have you not seen the extended editions of Lord of the Rings? Oh, man. I'm actually really sad about that. You kind of broke my heart a little bit there, Alex. Alex says, I haven't seen them. I just have the regular versions. Cut me some slack. I'm a grown man who gets a weekly allowance from my wife. Well, if you do ever get the chance, definitely check out the extended editions of Lord of the Rings, Alex, because it's totally worth it. And yeah, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Man, I feel like I need to, like, I don't know, buy you the extended editions just so that you can watch them. Because that's really, it's kind of sad. Let's see. Hey, Julie, wished upon a vlog is in the chat. Hello, Julie. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm going to watch Hellboy this Saturday night. Awesome. Me too. And I'm super excited for it. The extended Hobbit films, nah. Yeah, no, I would say that the extended edition of the Hobbit films are a little bit better than the theatrical. If only just because they add more of the necromancer stuff in the extended editions, and that is my favorite stuff. In the Hobbit trilogy, everything to do with the White Council and the necromancer, aka Sauron. So that's my favorite stuff in the Hobbit trilogy, and they add more of that in the extended editions. So yeah. Let's see. Orange Hat Review says, I gave some thoughts on my channel about the Brie Larson makeup thing and another thing they mentioned. I hope you find it interesting and goes into possible hopes for Endgame. That is interesting. I will definitely check that out. Thank you for letting me know about that. Okay, thank you so much, Truth Apocalypse. I appreciate that, and I will definitely check it out. Let's see. Alex says, I did, however, tell you I'm saving up for them. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. And I'm super excited to hear what you think of the extended editions when you do check them out. I'm actually super excited about that. Let's see here. Still one of the greatest moments in my life was seeing the original theatrical versions of Lord of the Rings back-to-back as a marathon on my local cinema. Started at 9 p.m., didn't leave for home till 7 a.m. That's incredible. That's just amazing. Seriously, I would love to see a marathon of Lord of the Rings in theaters someday. That would be incredible. Oh man. Darth Rongel says, I don't have them either, throws them under bed. Nice. Julie says, I'm doing good. We can tell each other how we thought about Hellboy on Sunday then. I'm excited for Hellboy. How are you? Julie, if you want to come on my live stream on Sunday, you are more than welcome. So yeah, I would love to have you on if you do have time on Sunday. I know you have a lot going on right now in your life, but if you do have time, then you are more than welcome. Let's see. What do you think, Josiah? It's up to you. What do I think about what, Terrence? I don't know what you're talking about there. I'm actually surprised my wife hasn't bought them. She's more of a geek than me. Really? Really? Has your wife seen the extended editions? I don't know. I feel like that's like one of those things that literally... I feel like that should be like a law that everyone should watch the extended editions of Lord of the Rings. But that's just a personal bias of mine, so yeah. Oh man. Love Lord of the Rings so much. All right, sounds good, Julie. We'll have you on Sunday then. We'll have an epic live stream. Game of Thrones marathon, every episode back to back. Yeah, I can't wait for episode 8 or season 8. I just can't freaking wait for it. And you know, we definitely will be talking about Game of Thrones on these live streams as well. Super excited about that. Game of Thrones is seriously some of the best TV out there. It's so good. It's just so well made, and I can't wait for season 8. It's gonna be epic. Epic. My Lord of the Rings show / movie fantasy is an AMC series set in the Shire, set after the Return of the King timeline. All new stories, adventures would be unbelievable. That would be really cool, David. I would totally be all about that. Terrence says, I was talking about us doing a live stream together. That would be really fun, but only if you're down for it. What say you? Yes, we will definitely do a live stream at some point. I have kind of sort of a list of people that I want to do live streams with. Obviously, I can't get everyone in at the same time and stuff. Julie has been someone that I've been inviting to come onto a live stream for a while now, so she definitely will be someone that I will get on at some point. Let's see here. Gary wants to jump on the live stream. That sounds awesome. I'm not entirely sure how to do that through let me see. How do I do that through OBS? How do I get you on through OBS? Let me see here. How do I do this? There's got to be a way. I think if I... Let me see. There's got to be some way to do the live stream here. Through OBS. Let me see if I can get this to work here, Gary. do you read the Game of Thrones books, A Song of Ice and Fire? I have not read the books. I honestly am not really as big of a book reader as I used to be. I just don't really have the time for it much anymore because pretty much all of my time is focused on either work or watching movies because, you know, movies is kind of what my channel is all about. So I watch lots of movies just to kind of keep up with everything with that. But yeah. So I don't read as often as I used to. I used to read tons all the time, but yeah. Let's see. There might be a way to make it work, Gary. Let me see here. I mean, I've been trying to figure out how to get the live stream to work through Google Hangouts through OBS anyway, so this will be good. I think I know how to do it, but it might be a little bit rickety, so you guys will just have to be patient with me here. I wouldn't worry about not reading the books. Martin will be dead before he finishes the series at the rate he finishes a new one. Yeah, I hear that they've pretty much been at a standstill for a really long time. But yeah, hopefully, hopefully he finishes it up sometime soon. It's crazy that the show is going to be done before his book series is going to be done. I can't ever really think of that ever happening before, so that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Okay, let's try this out. Let's try this out. Okay. Let me, oops, I did not mean to move my camera there. Let me make sure that that's still good. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. Okay, so I have this installed. Let me see if I can make this work now. Okay. Let's see. Be patient with me, everyone. Okay, let's see. Google Hangouts. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so I think if I can link it here, then we should be good. Okay. So how do I create a new... Okay, let's do this. All right, and then I'm going to send you an invite, Gary. So let me do this here. Okay, let's copy that. Let's create a new window here. Let's add this. Browser source, I believe. Oh, crap. That's not what I meant to do. Crap. Guys, we're learning something new together here. How does that make you feel? Do you feel special? I hope you feel special. Okay. Let's put that there and let's see if this works. Is that going to work? Wait a second. The only thing I can think of is if I stop this live stream maybe and then start a new one with Gary, which I could probably do. If you guys want to, would you guys be interested if I stop this and then started a new one with Gary? Gary, are you down for that? because I'm sure there's a way to make this work, but I'm not entirely sure how it is right now, and I don't really want to just you know, keep people waiting and stuff. So let me know if you guys are down for that or not. Okay, let me just try one more thing here and see if this works. Does that work? Okay, let me just see what you guys are saying. If you guys want to do that. You got to use Discord. Gary, you're fine, Gary. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me just try one thing real quick. Let me just look up Discord and see if I can make it work with this Discord here. Are you fine with using Discord, Gary? If I can make this work. You know what? Let's just go ahead. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Let's just go ahead and you're fine. You're fine, Gary. Thank you for the $10 super chat, though. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I do want to talk with you, Gary. So I'm gonna just end the live stream here, guys, and then I will be back in just like a few minutes with Gary, and we'll have some cool conversations with Gary. So let me go ahead and end the live stream now. If anyone is leaving, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining the live stream. I really appreciate it. And yeah, let me go ahead and end this, and then we will be right back. So thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate it. So I hope to see most of you back here in just a little bit.